Hey there folks, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy X-2 HD Remaster if you want to get technical. I'm the Mysterious JG, and yeah, I actually went ahead and got the girls back to their default dress spheres, because, well, I got nothing to learn. At least not until we get the final dress sphere for each lady. I mean, they could each learn one more dance, but who gives a crap? Oh, I'll get that. So last time we ran into Shuyin, except not really, because Shuyin moved on to somewhere else. There's a lot of, like, they give you the story in bits and pieces, but it doesn't really make sense how you get it. So we went to the cavern where Shuyin possessed Nuge, but Shuyin shouldn't be there anymore because Shuyin moved from... Okay. Remember in Act 3 when we went down to the Vivel Underground after having dealt with Barreleye down there? And Barreleye had a secret meetup with Nuge and Gipple. And then we watched Fireflies fly out of Nuge and into Gipple. And then crazy stuff happened. And then, maybe that was Act 2. And then in Act 3... Oh no, it wasn't Act 3. And then at the end of Act 3... Yuna fell into the far plane, and Shuyin was there, but then it turns out Shuyin was actually in Barreleye, and Barreleye got chased off by Nuge and Gipple, who followed after Barreleye before, right after telling Yuna to go take care of things topside. And then all of Act 4 was just a bunch of bullshit leading up to this concert. And in fact, now it's the first time when Yuna and her friends are trying to follow up on the fact that Gipple and Nuge are on the far plane somewhere, chasing down Barreleye, who's been taken over by Shuyin. Abracadabra EIO, other fantasy magic necromancer bullshit, and they are going after the, yeah, I just realized how many, like, silly Final Fantasy proper nouns I've thrown in a row there. But yeah, Gipple and Nuge are chasing after Barreleye, who's been taken over by Shuyin at the castle and the vessel and the castle and the whatever. But, Shuyin controlling Barreleye as his puppets, trying to get his hands on Vegnagun, but that's all happening in the far plane, so I'm not sure really why Yuna and her friends were able to encounter Shuyin in that cave. But the last thing we saw was Yuna and her friends getting a little more backstory insight in the Crimson Sphere Cave. So let's see what the girls think. I guess we better take care of all three of the guys. He's possessed Barreleye, but he was also in the Den of Woe. Okay, maybe Riku's asking the same question I was. So Shuyin's just a shadow born of fireflies. It's not him, Uni. Well, I don't think she really explained how Shuyin can be in three places at one, or two places at one. Maybe Shuyin is the Holy Trinity, but Shuyin is not him. And sadly, Riku, although it's nice that Riku is cognizant on some level of what emotionally about this is impacting Yuna, I think Yuna by this point has pieced together that it's not Titus. I did plan to tell you, Yuna. You earned a lot of respect points. My guess is Shuyin was only controlling Nuge when he shot us. After that, Nuge sought out Vegnagun of his own free will. Meanwhile, Shuyin lay low, waiting for Nuge to get close enough. That's just your guess, though. You have no fucking idea what's going on. We know this. It's not your fault. Nobody knows what the hell's going on. So, before this video's out... I don't really remember what happens at the Thunder Plains, and I'm a little worried that I'll do it wrong. Vivel is still a hotspot only because of the Infinico. So I scouted Moonflow. I don't think there's really anything to do there except watch some damn stupid-ass cinematics. Moonflow concert. Toby's planning another concert after success organizing Unipalooza. Will it sell out or just fall flat? Well, I saved. If it turns out I'm supposed to do a mini-game here, then so be it. Shoot puff, shoot puff, shoot puff! It's a shoot puff in the show! Oh. Yeah, you digging it? Can you dig it? The crowd is pumped. The crowd of 8 people is pumped. Oh wow, this rocks.
Unipalooza was a super smasherific success!
Yeah, really.
But we mustn't let success go to our heads. No, no, no! We must succeed again once more! Well, do relax and enjoy it. The show, I mean.
We must top Unipalooza with Rikupalooza! And then Paintapalooza! Yuna's disgusted by Riku's enthusiasm and then begins to fake it.
As long as you're here, why don't you join them up on stage?
No.
Since you are you, you're most welcome to. In fact, I want you to. I insist.
And Pain's like, what the fuck? I think you're supposed to go on stage. Whatever. So they dance around. Pain looks bored. Yeah, none of the girls look that excited by any of this. Pain is literally asleep. I think that's it. I think I get mission complete for that.
It's hot. I'm burning. I'm burning. Thank you so much.
Not till we use fire spell on
you.
you.
I must give you a little something in return.
Oh,
Like
that's
episode
okay.
complete.
We really enjoyed doing it. Right?
Well, I'm delighted that you were so entertained.
So no reward for you.
Yep. I'm also very ecstatic
Wow,
to hear you
she's
say so.
Vanilla Ice.
Mine, I mean. Joining
Slash for
everyone's
Yuta.
hearts into one ginormous heart.
Yep.
So that's why I do it. My work. Yes, sirree.
Yep.
Here I've talked too long. Much too long.
Yes.
Future customers await. Back to work. Ahem. Work.
Give us the reward, you son of a bitch.
Good luck.
Yep.
Oh, I
Riku.
really forgot. I'd like to ask your help again one of these days.
Riku, were you really not done with him?
I'd like to formally request your later participation in advance. Woo-hoo.
Yup. So I guess I'll make sure I wasn't supposed to do something different, but there really wasn't a whole hell of a lot to that, was there? So seriously, no reward other than episode complete? Huh. Maybe I already got everything from the various mini games that led up to that. Yeah, seriously, we got no reward for that. Other than episode complete. If Toby has to perform, tell him I want to be the star. Yeah, right. I don't want to be part of that Blabberbeak show. Got it! I think if this is the first game in the series, like they didn't play into a bunch of stuff with Yuna's past, it really just told the story of these three girls. And Pain wasn't fighting the really difficult battle of being the third wheel introduced. Pain would probably be the favorite character just by virtue of not liking Toby. So yeah, there's supposed to be like, I definitely remember, maybe you can only get it on New Game Plus, but I definitely remember a cinematic between Yuna and Riku in Act 5 that I'm just not seeming to be able to trigger here. There's also a cinematic at some point between Buddy and Yuna, where Buddy explains a little history of how the Gullwings started, because the Gullwings, we find out, were founded by Brother and Buddy, and Riku, I think, was like the third member to join. Like Shinra and Pain came along. Oh, here we go.
Wouldn't want to lose a finger or something.
Speak of the devil.
That's my baby.
I don't mean maybe.
It's like you're talking to a person.
I am you.
Well, of course. After all, this ship is one of the Gullwings too, you know.
She's been around longer than me, huh?
Well, the ship is Ancient Machina, so yes, longer than either of us.
Me and her met for the first time right after you brought us this calm of yours.
Baby.
I'd caught word that an old airship was at the bottom of the sea, way up in the north.
Yank it to
Me and Brother made our way through a sea of ice. A fog moved in, so thick we couldn't tell west from east.
We were also kind of drunk.
On top of that, we were freezing our blitz balls off.
Haha, testicle joke.
I thought we were done for.
Yuna's like, blitz balls, I don't get it.
Appeared above us, a single gull, flying along out of nowhere, as if it had come to save us, right? We didn't have a lot of options, so me and Brother chased after that gull with everything we had left. And, by some stroke of luck, we found this ship nestled within the ice. along with our winged rescuer.
Oh, so that's why we're the Gullwings.
You never asked.
And that's not all.
Yeah?
Actually, never mind.
Buddy, please.
Please give me a smooth lovin'. It's nice to hear Yuna and Buddy actually talking. I don't think this has ever really happened before.
But we were still on thin ice, so to speak. See, we had nothing to eat. We were nearly dead from hunger. Yep, I really thought we were done for.
Why didn't you just touch a save
It
sphere?
appeared above us, out of nowhere. A single gull, as if it had come to save us, right? With the very last of our strength, we bagged that bird. And then we...
Buddy?
What?
Did you have sex with the bird?
Thanks. I think I've heard enough.
Was
That
Yuna a
bad?
strict vegetarian?
Mm-hmm.
That bad, hmm?
So, they call themselves the Gullwings because in the moment of their greatest danger, a gull flew by and they captured it and they ate it, and basically, like, you know, Native Americans, like, yeah, the gull gave its life so they could live, and Yuna's like, ew, that's gross. So, you know what, Yuna, what the fuck ever. They basically named their entire, like, spear hunting operation after an animal that, in their hour of need, gave them sustenance to live. So, I mean, hearing Buddy tell it in his smooth DJ voice, it's hard to take seriously, but in fact, you could theoretically make that a serious story. Well, maybe now that I've triggered that, I can trigger this other scene that I keep waiting for. Thing is, I don't even know how to describe, like, I don't even know if I could Google search and figure out how to get this other scene, because I know I've seen it. But it's like, scene with Yuna and Riku on flight deck. I guess I could Google that. Maybe that would be enough. But yeah, the buddy scene, okay, that one, I wasn't sure, I couldn't remember exactly where it happened, so now that I've seen that, I'm really like, now that you mention it, I remember Brother mumbling, "Forgive me, winged rescuer," during his beauty sleep. Really? I didn't know that Riku spent a lot of time sleeping near, you know, like, within earshot of Brother. What's wrong? You don't look so good. I'm disgusted by the idea that they cooked a native animal. Apparently, Yuna's been a vegetarian the whole time. We didn't know it. She's some kind of, like, she's portrayed as some kind of, like, Shinto priestess in the first game. Like, Shinto priesthood vegetarians? I know the Buddhist priesthood is usually vegetarian. Whatever. You know what? To be on the safe side, and yeah, we can never ever reliably trigger a conversation with Brother. Pretty much always just gets turned into, what is your destination you want now? We talked to, Buddy. Brother, we can't really
Made up your mind?
can't really have a conversation with him anymore either, because he's now just triggers the end game. We'll save on a different slot in case it turns out I was supposed to say something different to Tobly to get a better reward. And, I really need to take some Nyquil and go to bed. Cameron! I mean, part of me's gonna miss Yuna when this LP's over, because, she's become a popular character for Square. She shows up in some, like, games on portable systems where they have, like, characters from different Final Fantasy games in some cheesy story that's just meant whatever. I mean, yeah, this is it as far as real games about Yuna is concerned. Let's try the Thunder Plains. Yo, Shinra, your brilliant inventions turn the Thunder Plains into Fiend Central. Man. Hopefully this isn't going to involve a lot of branch decision making.
Sphere
waves scattered during the concert caused fiends endemic to this region to rampage.
So, in other words, your sphere screen is to blame.
Yeah.
Find a sphere and the fiends appear?
Stop. Stop. Frenzied fiends are feeding off the energy stored in the lightning rod towers. Destroy every last one of the fiends clinging to the towers. And then you get the rewards. This is where you collect your rewards from the calibration game. Is this even something that we need to... Oh, damn it. So I'm gonna need to re-oversoul this species of enemies because I gotta defeat them. And oddly enough, I don't think Aqua Breath is a blue magic I can learn in this game. Although, now that I know they're gonna use it... Or did we already go through this exercise and I'm just being silly? Maybe we already went through this exercise and I'm being silly. At least Yuna will now be able to...
Time to let the magic fly.
Well, Riku can use free white wind all day long, so that's cool. I guess we'll just get one more Aqua Breath out of it to establish that it really is done with, or that it is not something we can learn. Yeah, we can't learn it, huh? Alright, well, just so I don't have to go back to the hassle, let's go back to our,
All I need is my sword.
dress spheres I've decided I want everyone to have. Might get tougher than Rios's. It appeared that it was just going to be Rios's from the graphic. Elixir for the first tower. So yeah, the first tower never gives you a particularly great reward. A pretty girl is like a melody. You're just a Rios again, huh? The flames of Megiddo! It is kind of, after all this time, interesting to fight some battles where everyone's just in their dress spheres, I suppose, costumes, whatever, that they actually... The game would, I don't know, part of me wishes that they would actually have the cinematics, have the girls wearing whatever costume you had them using last in battle, but... That being said, since they're not doing that, there is something to be said for just using their right... Oh, that's a nasty little move. He has a technique that brings you down to 1 hit point, huh? And then the jerk follows up.
Nothing I can't steal.
Oh, I did not know that that guy was capable of that kind of behavior. Now, Yuna's wasting a lot of MP in this fight, just trying to bring pain back so that she can get the experience when it doesn't really matter. A lot of MP Riku just stole. So I probably need to get her to Thief so that in the next fight she can steal, Dude, what the hell is that heartless attack? So after all that, Yuna ends up dead. What is that? That did, like, insane damage. Yeah, that really, really did a lot of damage. I should have been making Pain use white magic. She's got the accessory where it's free. I guess it's got a death attack. Well, this is that dungeon from Act 4. I suppose we can... I don't know if there's any point in going back in here in Act 5, but if there is... Oh, well, never mind. Mission time, because I guess we got off mission there. She needs to steal her MPs back. Oh, Yuna hasn't changed costumes yet. And whatever, switch between battles, JG, if it matters, which it doesn't. Sorry. Got a bit of cold, as I've mentioned. 10-minute explanation of it from previous video. Championship belt. I think that's +1. It's plus some percentage hit points. It's not an awful accessory, but we're getting now into towers where the rewards are better, but I didn't necessarily earn the best reward because I didn't necessarily get each of these all the way, because down that path madness lies. The things that you steal from these guys aren't worth it. And yeah, it was going for Heartless Attack, which would have killed somebody, and like, fuck you, I'm not dealing with that anymore. It was going for an automatic death attack, and I was like, no, I'm not. I don't need another lightning gleam that badass face. You can just die. What if coming in here and talking to people will then mean I have to get mission time again? Fiends! I bet you want to know what you're doing, right? You've already taken out more than half the fiends, so what are you gonna do? Do your best. What you gonna do, Jericho? Rin's travel agency, you guys selling anything useful? Not really. I guess at some point I ended up actually using Phoenix Downs and not replacing them, so that's a thing. Counter's incredible! I feel sort of down now. Somebody in the comments, and then Bobo followed up with basically the same timestamp comment, but so sorry other person that I've lost track of your name in the meantime, but yeah, the when Tally was like, we could never let another tragedy like this occur after the show. Should have seen this place during the concert. They made a killing. Yeah, I want a cut. I want a piece of that action. Were you selling official licensed Yuna merchandise? If so, I get a piece. If you were selling bootlegs, I'm gonna throw your ass in jail. You're going to jail. Am I really just gonna keep fighting Ryoses?
Sorry we had to win.
I'm not.
Sorry we had to win before you could launch one of your irritating automatic death attacks.
I'm not.
Electrocutioner, the most powerful warrior on Earth, Bobo. He was right there in that treasure chest.
Don't get careless. Who, me?
Yeah, you. Seriously, like, just to make this guy a bigger dick, he's going for an automatic death attack on the first round. But just to show why they shouldn't be bothering with that kind of nonsense, I'm killing him before he can get the attack off. I don't know what I want from this game. If it gives me an enemy with challenging attacks, I complain. If the enemies are too weak, I complain.
That's it?
Oh, Pain actually did 999 damage in one hit, so maybe I do need to think about giving her the... No, man, I'm getting some pretty shitty stuff out of this. One of these, I think the very last tower, can give you a ribbon. But that's just not really going to happen. I mean, I don't think I've ever actually cleared that one. life's too short. I would seriously need somebody to sit there and like help me by like quick writing out notes and then reading them to me backwards, so that I could keep the controller handy while their hands were free to write. And it's you know, craziness. Riku because of
Over already?
I guess I guess sometimes Heartless leaves you with one hit point.
Let's look around some more.
Sure, why not? I guess sometimes it leaves you with one, and sometimes it doesn't. It would appear that the accessory Pain has, which gives her free 0 MP cost, is only effective during battle. But it's still a good idea to use her for healing magic between rounds, because it's not going to affect what she can do in battle. And I guess what I'll do is we'll deal with whatever this red arrow was pointing at, which I'm sure is some kind of boss which we can defeat, wrap this whole thing up, and then we'll be done.
We still haven't checked that tower.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Wanna take a look?
How do we get over there? I guess through the magic of the plot needing us to go there. Oh, hey, pal. Of course, I fought this guy in my,
Yuna!
They really shouldn't...
Beefsteak.
Big beefy guy. This is not really intimidating me that bad, because I was fighting humbabas in my off-screening while leveling up stuff. So we got a Tetragard, which is not a bad accessory at all. But let's just scan this guy and see what's up. Targets a specific type of foe and concentrates all of its attacks on that foe. So my biggest irritation here will be that I'm going to have to oversoul this species, but that's okay. But yeah, I was fighting humbabas in the creature creator mode to get the AP I needed to finish off stuff, so that's not really that big of a thing. Yuna has white magic because of her dress sphere, so we're going to dispel that. And then I think, honestly, I'm just going to... We haven't had a whole lot of chances to use it, so I want to do Annihilator. Might as well use Hasteska. I keep forgetting I even have that. Yeah, this is not going to last long. The biggest issue is actually going to be the fact that, well, it might be fun to do, where's regular Zenzetsu? I've got Shin Zenzetsu. Well. Yeah, it's gonna do Meteor, so hopefully everyone survives. Pain's a little low on HP, so she might not. But she was in a dress sphere with pretty high magic resistance. Mission complete. And there's another treasure chest. And a guy. And it's gonna make me go back down to get it. Valiant Luster Garment. Yeah, we're gonna warp back. Oh no, maybe not. Thanks for the help, big man.
He says there's another hole by the tower.
Oh, another dungeon, huh?
Think it's connected to the others?
I don't think there's a faith here. Uh-oh. I've got a bad feeling about this.
It's quiet. Too quiet.
We going in?
Maybe later. Let's get the treasure chest. Get the frickin' treasure chest first. Tetra bracelet, okay. So yeah, I guess there is another thing to do here. let's get you back to your, I don't know any great reason to keep them in these stress spheres other than just fun. Fun, in quotes. Valiant Luster, that was it, right? Well, not bad. Just, as far as boosting your defense, it's just a default, it's not bad, but I think for the most part, something whose default gives you a different skill set than you'd have otherwise is going to be better. Next to the Charm Bangle, this will work out pretty good because I can just run to the nearest save point. Save. So my big fear there was that we were going to get booted out to the Celsius, and that was going to be a pain in my behind, but that is not the case, so we are good to go. I am wondering if maybe I should have said yes and gone straight to the just for the dialogue. The dialogue might have been slightly different if we immediately said yes, because Rika goes, phew, like she's relieved when you don't go. Which suggests that there's actually unique voice acted dialogue for both, although the dialogue for you go is probably just something like, oh, it's probably not like, you know, Shakespearean soliloquy about going to the place or not going. It really is time to end the video, but I'm just curious what happens when we travel over there, if it's like an actual full-fledged dungeon or just a cinematic. I don't remember. But I think it probably is a dungeon.
We going in?
Take you to the hole.
Phew.
Okay, we do get to hear both versions because you get phew.
We going in?
Aw.
Oh, and it is just Rika going, aww. Okay, so it's just, it's another gimmick dungeon. It's a puzzle dungeon of some kind, I guess. This is definitely a puzzle dungeon. I don't really remember how this worked. Because right now it just appears to be a big, huge, empty dungeon. But why am I getting sucked into this? I'd already said I needed to call a video. With the Charm Bangle, there's not a whole lot of challenge to this, I guess, other than wondering if I'm missing things by beelining after the red triangle destination. Well, that appears to be Sid. What are you doing here, Sid? Well, let's just ignore you for a moment.
Pedron!
Howdy.
Hey, Papi.
Howdy? What howdy? What the heck are you doing?
I found a hole, so I decided to explore it. Call it curiosity.
That's how you were born, young lady.
But
I
this
found your
place
mother's
is
hole.
swarming with fiends. I can't get out.
Well, get a Charm Bangle, you old
Do
fool.
Pop a favor and show him the way out of here. Ow! Ow, 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 ow.
We'll get you a
Must have pulled
scooter.
something.
Oh, you are so lame.
Yeah, he's lame.
Who's
He
gonna
can't
carry
use
him?
his leg.
Hey, let a man keep his pride.
Got a better idea?
Well, how about this?
What the?
Make your old man proud and scrap that thing.
What? Alright, well look, I wasn't expecting any of this nonsense, so I guess when we come back next time, I need to remember to get myself to the same point in the dungeon, because I ain't dealing with this right now. I gotta call it a video. So next time, folks, I'll take the time on my own to get back to this point where Sid's just like, hey guys, I'm stuck, I can't get out. Oh, by the way, let me indicate a wall and summon a boss. I don't know. Whatever. See you guys next time.